Hello, Pisces, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Alright, guys, so this is going to be your September love spreads. Now, before I get started, I did just want to let everyone know, and I'm letting everybody know at the beginning of all my videos, I have been out for 2 weeks. I do have readings to catch up on, as well as these YouTube readings, so I am doing them simultaneously. No need to email me asking where your reading is. I'm working on it, alright? So let's get this done. Okay, so the first reading I'm going to do is a general love reading. So this is going to be for singles, couples, those in between. Then I'll do a singles read, and then we will do a couples read. All right, so let's see what is going on for the sign of Pisces in love. And if you guys want to timestamp this, I'd be forever grateful. All right, so let's see what's going on. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. It's interesting because just with the cards that are coming out, because I am a Pisces rising, it's already resonating with me. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so the energy for this read is the World card in the reverse. So with the World card in the reverse, this is a sense of unfinished business somewhere. Okay, so this could be someone that you feel that you're not completely done with, someone maybe from your past that you feel like you need closure. Behind that, we have the Judgment card in the reverse, okay? So maybe trying to reconcile with this person, it would be a bad choice, okay? So let's see how this is going to play out. So the first card you guys have for your past is the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is somebody who's the messenger of starting new things, okay? So you could have been talking to someone, possibly an earth sign, when it comes to love. Okay, Six of Wands in the reverse, but there's something about the start of this that you weren't proud of. Okay, and there's something that you felt off about. So maybe it's like you started talking to someone and you weren't sure if it was something that was feasible for you, or you weren't sure if this person was going to reciprocate how you felt. But it's like you were trying to talk to someone, but you kind of felt off. All right, the next card you guys have is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is emotional fulfillment. It's a new start. Definitely a card you want to get when it comes to a love spread. We have the King of Wands in the reverse, though. So somebody here was being promiscuous, okay? Somebody here had other people. The King of Wands in the reverse is someone who's very powerful and charming, but they usually hold on to more than one person, okay? Possibly a fire sign for some of you. And although you were emotionally fulfilled by this, it's like you have to walk away from this, okay? And the last card you guys have for your past is Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse could be one of two things. It could be someone who's very, very self-entitled in a sense and, you know, really standing strong with what they say that they want. Or it could be somebody who was single, now getting into a relationship. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. So whatever this was made you very happy. Okay. Justice card. So it's like you had to move away from somebody who's very promiscuous, just not reliable. You weren't happy with it. Things weren't working out with this person. But then something else happened where I feel some of you or a lot of you may have gotten into a relationship, something that made you really happy, something that you're like, okay, finally, the universe is, you know, balancing out and giving me what I need. Okay? And you're able to move forward from this kind of limbo that you've been in. All right? Now, in your present moment, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse as your first card. Now, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who's literally at a standstill. It's like they don't know which path to move forward on. They just don't see anything that's that appealing to them. All right, the Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is the worst that could have happened is in the past. Okay, any betrayal that may have happened, you're getting over it. Six of Cups in the reverse. So this is either reconciling with someone from the past to give it another shot, or this is parting ways with someone from the past. Okay, for a lot of you, I feel that you're happy about this new thing that comes in, and you're just parting ways with your past. And with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, you know that this is not something you're going to move towards anymore. Okay, because you do have this new, wonderful, passionate start coming in. You guys have the Ace of Cups, and you have the Ace of Wands. That's a beautiful thing. Right? So you have the Ace of Wands, which is a new, passionate start. The Seven of Cups in the reverse is seeing things for what it truly is, seeing clarity in a situation, everything being put out on the table, knowing what you're getting yourself into, and it being a beautiful, good thing. All right? Now, the next card is the Strength card. So you know, the card I'm looking at, we do have the Magician in the reverse and the King of Swords in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse. So there might be something that's a bit unconventional about this, okay? Maybe somebody is manipulating a situation, but let's see how things are going, okay? With the Strength card, this is something that you feel strong about. Knight of Swords in the reverse. There's a sense of recklessness. Some of you may be talking to air signs. All right, Judgment card in the reverse. So it's funny because the cards are saying this is something that you probably feel good about, but it's something that might not be what you thought it is or what you think it's going to be. All right, there's something about this that's slightly unbalanced. I like, guys, this doesn't resonate with me all the way. Okay, so moving forward, we have the Emperor card in the reverse. So in the future, you know, with the Emperor card in the reverse, this is someone who's kind of being fake in a sense, someone who's wearing a mask. All right, Six of Swords, something that you have to move away from, something that's emotionally straining on you. But you decide that you have to make this huge change. You have to keep it moving because you're trying to avoid conflict at all costs. With the Five of Swords in the reverse there. All right, because it was a toxic situation. And with the Three of Swords in the reverse, this is you just, you know, you're moving on from the situation. You might be letting the world think that you're good, that this is something that doesn't bother you, but it does bother you, okay? This is putting, I say this all the time, this is putting a, you know, a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. All right, with the Death card in the reverse as your last card for the future, this is feeling like you have unfinished business with someone. So I think that there's good things happening. I think we just have to make sure that we know the person that we're dealing with, okay? You have the Two of Cups. So there's some sort of unfinished business with this union that you feel is really strong. The Two of Cups can be a card about soulmates as well. Nine of Swords in the reverse. And this is something that you're not worried about. There's someone here that could be extremely reckless. But it's like, you're not worried about the situation. For whatever reason, maybe you talk to this person again, and you try working things out again. But, you know, even with the Two of Cups here, I don't think this is going to be a long-lasting feeling. I think this is going to be a temporary happiness. I think this might be the type of person that, you know, may make you happy for a moment, but it's like the second they get comfortable with you again, they start doing the same fuck shit they were doing before. Okay? So let's see what is going on with my Pisces singles. Alright, Pisces singles. What is happening for Pisces singles? Okay, guys. The energy of this reading is the Two of Cups in the reverse, okay? So now this is a fallout or heavy arguing, okay? But definitely not things going well. And there's worry here with the Nine of Swords about this, about a particular person, okay? Somebody that you may see a lot and somebody that you may want to get married to or that you could be married to, okay? But someone that you definitely want to take things, you know, the next level with. Now, the first card for your past would be your energy, guys. This is the King of Cups in the reverse. So this could either be you being unstable within your emotions, or it could be you guys being slightly promiscuous, okay? I have to put that out there. We have the Moon card in the reverse, which is whoever was doing this, whether it be you or somebody else, because anybody could take on the energy of any, you know, any person here that comes out. But with this, you know, maybe whatever or whoever was doing this promiscuous stuff or this emotionally unstable related thing, it's like all of that came out. All of it was put on the table. And then we have the Judgment card upright. So based on what you saw, you were able to make a right judgment moving forward. And you had to start new. And this new starts started with you cutting that person out. Okay? Or maybe I'm cutting you out. Alright, we have the Page of Cups. So, someone gets cut out here. But with the Page of Cups, that's messages of love. And the Five of Cups in the reverse. So it's like you stop talking, and it could be the same person that you stopped talking to or someone else completely, but someone that you've dealt with in your past, that they come back in, and whether it's the same person or just someone else you used to deal with in the past, this is someone who's helping you get over the pain of, the past. Alright? Now we have the Queen of Swords as your last card for the past, which is somebody who's guarded. Again, it could be an air sign that you guys are talking to. But the Queen of Swords, it's like she's somebody who's been, she's been scorned before, okay? She's been hurt. So that's why she has her guard up. With the Three of Wands in the reverse, you're guarded against something that you either don't want in your life, or it's like something that you want. It's not coming in for you, and you may be feeling a huge loss over this. Okay? And it's like you retreat. So I see emotions. I see a lot of roller coaster emotions. Especially if it's the same person. It's like you're kind of having that back and forth with them. It's like 1 second you feel good, 1 second you feel like shit. Okay? Alright. Now in your present moment, you guys have the Tower card in the reverse, which is somebody that you're dealing with, really switching up on you. And whatever they do, you see this as wish fulfillment. You see this as something that you've been wanting. Alright? And it takes you out of a place of, feeling left out in the cold or rejected. A lot of emotional roller coasters. Like each set of cards has such a different, little flow. So I could definitely see you guys going through this. Next card you have for the present moment is the Two of Wands in the reverse, which is feeling lost in a situation. Justice card in the reverse. An injustice that's done. So you guys see how this is so back and forth? I feel for a lot of you, you're dealing with somebody that it's like, you gotta open your eyes. You gotta see this person for who they are. You keep letting them back in and they keep doing the same thing to you. Or maybe you keep attracting the same person. I mean, you feel extremely betrayed. Yeah. I think someone's trying to get one over on you guys. Or vice versa, you may be trying to get one over on them. But whatever this is unhealthy. This is very unhealthy. Okay? Now, the next card you have is the Four of Wands, which is, you trying to find stability. But feeling a huge loss of emotions or feeling like you have to repress your emotions. Okay? And you got to release a burden. So it's like by you releasing this and releasing that burden, you're able to finally start stabilizing yourself and find some balance. Now, the first card for your future is the Six of Swords in the reverse, which is, having a really hard time moving away from someone that you were really emotionally invested in. And you accept an offer. I hope it's not from this person. Strength card in the reverse. So it's like in the future, they might come back and it's like you accept it, but you know it's not going to be good. Because you go into it and it's like with the Strength card in the reverse, you don't feel good about it. You don't feel strongly about it. It's like you're going back, but it's going to be the same bullshit. There's no worse feeling than that, guys. Walking hand in hand with someone and feeling like they're not truly yours. And that's the feeling I'm getting. Okay? I remember a few years ago, and I'm sorry to cut you guys off with the story, but this is what it's reminding me of. But I had someone that I dated a while ago. And, like 7, 8 years ago. And I just remember, like, walking down the street with him, going into stores with him. I felt like such shit because it's just like, we had so many ups and downs that it's just like I knew anybody who came around could get his attention. Like, I was there, but I wasn't there. And that's a terrible feeling. And I don't wish that on my worst enemy. So if that's how you guys are feeling, like you're with someone but you don't really have them, you're window shopping on your own relationship, or whoever it is that you want, that's a sucky feeling. Don't ever be with anyone that makes you feel that way. Whoever you're with should absolutely adore you. Okay, but there are secrets here. So it's like you accept something from this person, but there's secrets in regards to this love situation. Knight of Pentacles, and you're trying to slowly get through this. Okay, or for some of you, it may be with an earth sign. But with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's not taking the turn that you want it to take. The last card you guys have is Queen of Wands in reverse, which is someone who's a diva. You know, someone who is passionately upset. Okay? And it's like you get really upset about whatever secret this is. And with the Devil card in reverse, you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I need to take myself out of this toxic situation, possibly this third-party situation that I've been involved with. Fallout. For those of you trying to get into a relationship, if this resonates, that may not be the one. Alright? Your gut tells all, guys. You gotta come to a place, especially with you guys being the most intuitive side. My mistake in the past was like, no, I know I feel this, but I need proof. Fuck proof. Your gut is proof enough. Even if the person's not doing anything, if you feel that there's something really bad going on, you don't want to be with somebody that makes you feel like that. Whether they're doing it or not, they're doing something to make you feel off. So it's not something you should deal with. Unless you're just paranoid, like, as a person, because there are people like that. So for you guys, you know, I know that's a serious condition, so I'm not talking to you guys. But yeah, never be around people that make you uneasy, especially if you can't explain it. Alright, what is going on with my Pisces couples? Okay. So the energy of this reading is the 10 of Swords in the reverse. So as I mentioned before, this is a card about, you know, the worst that could have happened is behind you. It's over. You know, you've dealt with it. You know, it's good to let go. And behind that, we have the 8 of Cups. Okay? So some of you may be moving away from your partner. Okay? This month. Now, the first card you guys have for your past is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with an earth sign. But the King of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody that they don't do things out of passion or because they really love the person or anything like that. They do it because they're bored, because they don't want to be alone, because they need someone to talk to at night. Somebody that they don't care about you. They just care about their own gratification. They stick around just because they don't see anything better. 7 of Wands in the reverse, and this caused some frustration on your part or on their part. Okay? And it was a union. So it's like one person saw it as a very deep union, and then the other person was kind of like, whatever. Okay? And I see you guys really, really trying to work on this. Okay? But it could have led to you walking away from them, even if it was temporary. You could have turned your back on your partner, or vice versa. Okay? And this is you guys, you know, being in a healing power, being in a loving mood. You know, the 8 of Cups, I'm just looking at this because it's usually a card about, you know, moving away from someone that you're very emotionally invested in or something you're emotionally invested in. For some reason, you know, just with how these cards are aligned, I feel like the 8 of Cups could be you guys turning your back on old habits that really died hard, okay? Something that maybe could have gotten in the way. It could have been the way you looked at things. It could have been the way you thought about things. I just feel like there's a way of going about things that you guys changed. Now, the next card you have is the Sun card. The Sun card is all about bright new things coming into our life, but it's also about illumination, about things being clear. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So some of you could have been dealing with the water sign. I mean, a fire sign, I'm sorry. But with this card, this is promiscuous activity. This is somebody who has affairs. And with the Sun card next to it, I feel like that came to light. Okay? Yeah, Page of Cups. It could have been on your part, guys. Or this could have been you cutting off that person in terms of, like, romantic messages and stuff. It's like you see it for what it is, and you're just like, whoa, and you back up. But somebody here, you know, wasn't being honest. Alright? And you had to take a step back from that. Or they took a step back from you. Things were unbalanced. In your present moment, we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is all about direct communication. Okay? Somebody who has no problem saying what's on their mind, whether it's an uncomfortable topic or uncomfortable topic. And it's like you're expressing the fact that you don't feel good about this. Eli, stop grabbing Swayze like that. Alright, you have the Two of Swords. So it's like you're expressing how upset you are about this, or they're expressing how upset they are about this. And it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I stay or do I go? What do I do? I see a lot of air energy here. So a lot of you could definitely be dealing with air, or air, fire, and earth I see here, okay? Well, I see every element, but air has been coming out the most in all three readings I just did. Yeah, so you have the Two of Swords and you have the Two of Pentacles. So there's this sense of juggling. What do I want to do with the situation? Do I want to stay? Do I want to go? Because someone, again, air sign, is being extremely reckless. And with the Judgment card upright, if you were suspecting that there was a third-party situation, you were right. Okay? You're seeing this for what it is now. And it's going to cause conflict. It's going to cause problems. It's going to cause a lot of pettiness, a lot of bickering. And someone's going to make an offer to the other, and the other's not going to accept it. Or at least for not now. Ten of Swords in the reverse. So it's like, again, the worst that could have happened is behind you, and you're getting over it. I feel like there's also a sense of numbness here, too. Okay? Because it's like this thing happens, you come to light about this third-party situation. But instead of being here where you felt really betrayed, you're here. So it's kind of like, oh, this again? Okay. Eli, sweetie. Okay. So, the next card you guys have, the first card you guys have for the future is the Emperor in the reverse. Okay. So, the Emperor in the reverse is someone who's fake. Someone who doesn't give their true intentions. Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which is an imbalance here. Someone's not being honest. Someone's wearing a mask, and things are not balanced. It's a very toxic situation here. The King of Wands in the reverse. Somebody who's being very promiscuous. Someone who's having affairs. Someone who's not being reliable. Someone who's charming, great in bed, but that's it. That's all they can do for you. And you feel trapped by this person. Alright? But you lose faith in them. Okay? But there is, the fact that you're losing faith in them, it doesn't hide the fact that you're still very emotionally fulfilled by them. And that's a very dangerous place to be. When the person who makes you feel the worst is also the person that can make you happy. That's not healthy though, okay? That's not healthy at all. Alright, the last card you guys have is the Eight of Wands. So this is a card about communication. Queen of Swords in the reverse. So it's like you could be communicating with this person, but there's someone here who's salty, whether it be you or them. Queen of Swords in the reverse is someone who's very guarded, ready to use her knife at any time, or her sword rather, at any time. This is someone who makes the situation worse than what it already is, just because of what they're saying, or what they're thinking, or how they're approaching the situation. And we have the Fool card in the reverse, which is saying that this might not be a risk that you want to take with this person. This might not be a path that you want to continue. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, something that may not work out. Okay? So saying you might want to take a break from this and move on with the Hanged Man. Okay? So, whew. Alright, guys. Okay, so for any of you who do need personal readings, I will leave everything in the description. Let me know how this resonates for you guys. Alright, I'll be back in a few days with your mid-month readings. Take care, Pisces.